everyone, welcome to Soulful Creation Spiritual and Wellbeing Centre's Daily Insight. My name is Elizabeth and my question for you today is, what are you waiting for in your life that you know is going to make it feel more complete? Is it perhaps a job change or a career start? Is it a relationship beginning or ending? Is it having more friends, starting that hobby, being more active, being more aligned with your own sense of empowerment and spiritual? What is it that you are holding back on but you know is going to make your life feel more complete? And now my next question to you is why? Why are you holding back on these things? Is it because the timing's not right? Money, motivation, inspiration? Is it that you've been in this situation for so long you're not quite sure how to change it? You're waiting for children to grow up. You're waiting until the car runs out of rego. You're waiting until the stars all line up and then some miracle happens and comes and hands it to you and goes, yep, beautiful, you can start. And I know that that's probably a little bit cheeky, but it is literally, it's like, oh, we'll just wait for the universe to all fall into place. And what I want to suggest around that, and what I ask you to look at today, is are those reasons, or are they excuses? And when we can be honest with ourselves and kind of have a look at the difference between what is a legitimate reason and what is an excuse, we start to understand the difference between what is a legitimate reason and what is fear-based. What fears are holding us back from moving forward? What subconscious little things rattle inside of us? And so by kind of sitting back and honestly sitting with yourself and seeing what is a reason and what is an excuse, it's going to give you a sense of freedom and it's going to give you an ability to change your mindset around these things. What I want to share with you is a little bit of my own story today, which is around my own empowerment journey. I have literally been working on this empowerment for years and years, and I have waited a long time. I wanted to wait until I knew that my diet and my food was perfect. I wanted to wait until I was this excellent meditator. I wanted to wait until I was this patient, great mother, pillar of community, all of those kind of things. So why was I setting expectations on myself beyond the norm? And that is because I very much go by the philosophy of you practice what you preach. And so what I began to feel was very frustrated and very lost and very, I knew that my days weren't falling into place properly, but I knew that this is where I was meant to be. So why wasn't it working? And then I realized, because I practice what I preach, or I feel that everyone should practice what they preach, I kind of had set myself up that I had to be perfect. I had to be the perfect example of good eating. I had to be the perfect example of mindfulness, the perfect example of patience and meditation and spiritualism and all of these kind of things, so that I could stand here proudly and share the empowerment journey with you. You can only start to imagine where that got me, and that's absolutely silly, because I know, and I've always said, that perfection lies in the imperfection of something. I know I work with absolute honesty and integrity towards my own goals and self every single day. I know I have absolutely awesome value to give and to share with you around the empowerment journey. And so I was already perfect. I was perfect because I wasn't perfect. I was perfect because I'm a real person, and I was allowing myself to finally stop trying to be, because for 40 years I have fought my way here. I was already ready. I didn't get over my challenges by eating salad and, learning to be kind. I got dirty. I worked hard. I studied. I cried. I scraped my knees. I got up and I did it again, and I failed, and I got up and I did it again, and I failed, and I got up and I did it again. And I'm standing here and I'm doing it again. Because it's going to make my life feel more complete. And I realized that the reasons I was giving myself for not being able to move forward with sharing empowerment with you was excuses. They were excuses. They were fear-based on the fact that if I wasn't absolutely perfect, I wasn't good enough. That was dumb. And it only was born because I care so much. And I wanted to share so much. But it's about being real. And so, as John Lennon once said, life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. So why do you keep yourself waiting? What visions of perfection are you setting up for yourself that you feel you have to attain before you feel worthy? What is holding you back? You have one life, you have one choice. It's like wait or don't wait. And at the end of the day, what have you got to lose? Sure, things might not work out exactly the way that you wanted them to in the first go. So you may fail a few times. You may not lose weight as quickly as you wanted. That first relationship might not work out the way that you had wanted it to. The sport you chose might end up being the absolute wrong one. The business that you started might have ended up failing. Okay. It all comes down to experience, and you get up and you try again. So what have you got to gain? You've got to gain everything, your whole life, happiness, joy, fulfillment. You have everything to gain. And so what I want to leave you with today is that question. What are you waiting for in your life that you know is going to make your life more complete, and why? Are they reasons or are they excuses? I'd love to hear some feedback. Talk soon. Bye.